This is definitely the most evil horror movie of all time. The Southern Cursed Nail is one of the top 4 horror movies in Asia. The story takes place in a fishing village. Everyone in the village worships a god named Dadokung. Ah Chong is no exception. But that day, during the worship, a poisonous snake came out from under the shrine. He took a hoe to drive it away, but he smashed the door of his neighbor, Nam. The family was having dinner in the evening outside the house. Nam came to the door demanding compensation. Ah Chang knew he was in the wrong. He took out $20 as compensation. Nam was furious and cursed. He rode away on his motorcycle, but not long after, Yen heard someone talking outside the door. She didn't realize it was Nam who had crashed his car and died. Yen felt uneasy. She went to the window to take a look. She found Nan's mother standing at the door, performing some kind of ritual. What's even more bizarre, she stared at Yen's house for a long time. The next day, Ah In realized that Ah Chang's overalls were missing. They didn't care. Ah Chang went to the pond to fish as usual, but he fainted. Luckily, the children found him in time. They called the adults to carry him home. When Yen saw that Chang was unconscious, she took out some medicine and rubbed it on his body. That's how he got better. Everyone thought he was just suffering from heatstroke, but as the days went by, Ah Chang's health got worse and worse. This man had been subdued. There were iron nails in his vomit. Yen took Chang to the hospital for a checkup. The doctor said Chang had food poisoning. It wasn't long before Nam's first birthday came. Nam's mom held an invocation ceremony for her son. After the ceremony, Nan suddenly heard her son's voice. She went to the shrine. She really saw her son. She cried and hugged her son. 3 months passed. Ah Chang's condition hadn't improved. Yen, who never believed in ghosts and gods, she found a magician. The magician believed that Chang had defecated in the mountains. He thought he had angered the mountain god. He had to carry a tribute to the mountain to apologize. Then he spat out a bowl of liquid. He told her to give it to Chang. Yen poured it into a pot and heated it up, while the children helped her with her homework. By the time she reacted, the liquid had dried up. Yen had to carry the tribute to the mountain god. While she was kneeling, a woman's voice came from behind her. When she found out why she was there, the woman told her she was actually a Chinese princess. A bad sorcerer had fallen in love with her. She refused to obey. She was trapped here by the sorcerer. She is a good god. She won't harm anyone. After listening to the woman, Yen rushed home. She found Chang staring at the tree in front of her door. He kept saying someone was coming for him. Ah In cried as she hugged her decapitated husband. Her neighbors couldn't stand it. They introduced her to a famous sorcerer. The sorcerer lit a candle. Then he poured holy water into a plate. Then he put a tree branch on it. The shaman realized Ah Chang's illness came from the tree in front of the door. The tree hid a demonic spirit. The sorcerer told Yen to go back. Pour this pot of water around the tree. Then stick a short sword under the tree. If you find something under the tree, wrap it in a black cloth with the statue of Lord Nadu. Throw them all in the middle of the sea. Ah In did the same thing. Sure enough, the next night, the ghost in the tree appeared. Ah Chong in the house seemed to sense it too. He kept saying, "You're here." Ah In was terrified. She came to the tree and shouted, although she didn't see the demon. "But I found Chang's clothes under the tree." There was a scarecrow tied to the end. Thinking about what the sorcerer said, Yen immediately went to the sea. At that moment, the roof of the car suddenly shook. Ah In didn't care about it. Unbeknownst to her, the demon was following her all the way on the roof. When she arrived at the pier, everyone said it was too late to go out. At that moment, a woman said she could take her out on a boat. The two of them took the boat to the center of the sea. Yen wanted to thank the woman, but the woman told her not to look back. "Hurry up and do your job." Yen threw the black cloth into the sea. As the two huge objects sank to the bottom of the sea, the ghosts disappeared. The next day, Ah In woke up. She found a woman singing a song. Then she realized that the woman was the god of the mountain. When she returned home, Ah Chang had recovered. The family had finally returned to peace.